Welcome to this video on natural language triggers in Agent Studio. Natural language triggers are essential for user-friendly interactions with your users. These triggers allow users to engage conversationally with your plugins. Get ready to explore practical steps, best practices, and tips to elevate your plugin building skills. Let's dive in. Today, we'll cover three key objectives. First, you'll understand what natural language triggers are and their role in automation. Second, you'll learn how to configure these triggers using AI and custom inputs. And finally, we'll explore best practices to make your plugins intuitive and accurate. Let's get started. Natural language triggers are the phrases or sentences users say to activate your plugin, such as, I want to check my PTO balance for a PTO request plugin. They serve as cues for the AI assistant to understand user intent and launch the appropriate plugin. This makes automation conversational and accessible, catering to a wide range of user expressions. How do triggers work? The AI assistant analyzes user input and matches it to predefined triggers to activate the plugin. This makes plugins accessible, even for users unfamiliar with exact commands. It also improves user experience by enabling natural conversational interactions and reducing friction in your plugins, making processes smoother and more efficient. You categorize utterances with positive and negative examples generated by the AI to refine your triggers. Mark positive examples, those that should trigger your plugin, with a green check mark. Use a red X for negative examples that should trigger it. If you're unsure, skip the utterance using the gray play symbol. Beyond AI-generated utterances, you can use your own custom examples to refine your triggers. Ensure you at least have 5 positive examples to improve your plugin's triggering accuracy. For example, in a PTO request plugin, you might add a positive example like, can I get leave next Friday, to ensure comprehensive coverage. Let's go over how to configure NLU triggers for a plugin that you may have. Let's head to the Agent Studio web app. Now, we have the plugins page here, and I'm going to go ahead and create a new plugin. And this plugin is going to be a PTO use case plugin. So before you set up your triggerings, make sure to set up your name and description of your plugins for the AI to be able to generate those triggers for you. So let's go ahead and here call this retrieve employee PTO balance. And then the description will be this plugin retrieves the PTO balance of an employee. Cool. So now that we are done with that, let's go to define a trigger. Once we press define a trigger, this window will pop up and will show you conversational trigger, a complete status, and then it'll provide you a utterance. So here we'll have a utterance that says, could you tell me how much PTO I have left this year? This is a good example, so I'm gonna go ahead and press trigger. So now that you see that I pressed the button trigger, you see that my little status bar here is 20% complete. It means that I had to set up to 5 of them. So it says here, I want to plan a vacation. What's my current PTO balance? This is a good one as well. So let's trigger that. This one says how many paid time days are available in my account. This works, but I kind of don't like it. So I'm going to go ahead and press skip. Please check my remaining PTO hours to see if I can take next Friday off. That works. And if I don't like any of these, I can also manually add my own. So I can also write, show me my PTO, or how many sick days do I have left? And now that all my triggers are ready, you'll see that I had 100% complete. That means that we're ready to launch this plugin and that your triggers are set. You can also add negative triggers. For example, if I say something like, how much PTO will I have next year? The AI assistant doesn't really know that. So I don't want anyone to ask this and then trigger this plugin. And that's how you set up triggers. To create effective triggers, follow these best practices. Include diverse utterances to capture various user expressions. Avoid vague positive examples like ticket to ensure specificity. For overlapping plugins, use the same utterance as the positive for one and negative for others. Continuously refine by adding positive examples for missed triggers or negative ones for incorrect activations. Let's sum up what we covered. Natural language triggers are the phrases users say to activate plugins, bridging their intent to your automation. The AI generates utterances based on your plugin's name and description, which you then tweak for precision. During configuration, you sort these into positive or negative examples and add your own to fine-tune the system. Best practices like diversity, specificity, and overlap management ensure triggers work smoothly. Ultimately, mastering this makes automation feel natural and effortless for users. Thanks for watching.